Hello, everybody, and you are welcome to Pausing with Paris. So we have me, Paris,
Me, Shannon.
Me, TT. Again.
and we're going to talk about parenting today. So everybody knows that we are experts, ha ha ha, in parenting, but we have a few kids that can tell you what we can and can't do in our role, what they feel like we don't do well, I guess. Anyway, so I'm a mother of four.
I'm a mother of four also.
I'm a mother of three.
She got four, 5, 6, 7, 8 yams in her bank account. But yes, she's a mother of three as well, and we're just gonna talk about parenting and how we have evolved in parenting over the years. So at first, parenting for me was yell, 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 scream, scream, scream. More so a control situation versus them actually having a voice. So when I talk and I get feedback from Shannon about parenting, it's more so we're now discussing gentle parenting and how we can be better in our roles and be more so positive than anything else. So, what would you say your role is, TT?
Um, a little bit of everything. I mean, a mother that wears plenty of hats. You know, I can be the angry mom, or I can be the nice mom, or the cool mom, or the nurse, or the one that understands, or the one that doesn't want to hear your side. So,
I think that's a good concept. I like how you because look, it depends on which child it is that you have to be
Yeah.
that person for them in that situation.
yes.
Me and Larry were just having a discussion the other day, and I think parenting roles for boys versus girls are totally different. Especially in older times, it was boys always had to be shown tough love. They weren't really nurtured. They experienced more nature. If you're into philosophy, psychology, nature versus nurture, they had to go out in the world and be whatever they were, and they were hardened. So then when they come, but change their roles up and become parents, it's like a very difficult situation because then they have to unlearn all those, if you want to call them toxic behaviors, to be a good parent to their own kids. And even with women or girls, being a daughter in a mother situation can kind of be a crazy situation because a lot of times females are at each other's throat all the time. My concept in my home right now is trying to teach my kids how to love on each other properly. That's one thing I'm learning in positive parenting. Like, we don't have to always be at each other's throats. Y'all have to learn how to resolve some issues within yourselves, amongst yourselves, because then you will never be able to navigate bigger problems when you get older.
Everything is not a competition.
Right, everything is not a competition. That's the hardest part. Like, you don't have to compete for my love. I don't have a favorite. I love everyone unconditionally, but I love each one of y'all in the way that y'all need to be loved. Someone might need more of me being affectionate versus love. Someone may need to be some season to, like I'm talking to you, telling you, and some other person might just need their quality time. So that's the aspect.
I like what you said about stepping in every time they having a conflict, just sitting back and if you need to, but allow just being more so they referee instead of like coming in and you controlling it, saying we gonna do this, you gonna do this, but instead of just trying to let them problem solve, because that helps with problem solving.
I used to be that way, and then I get myself so overwhelmed with that. Like, oh my gosh, she's doing this and she's doing that, and I feel like I gotta jump in all the time. But how am I gonna jump in? Because I'm not gonna be there. And then I had to realize I'm not gonna be there in school. I'm not gonna be there on your job. I'm not whatever it is that you're doing. You have to be able to do that yourself. And I also learned that myself with working in a salaried position versus like if you are in a fast food chain restaurant. Different things have shown me different ways to cope. I had an issue. This is all parenting. This is just more so how I'm learning to effectively communicate because effective communication is ideal with kids. Because then it teaches them how to effectively communicate. But I had a person on my job. She was running late. I was there already. She was in a hoopla. But it was first nurse, second nurse. So my name was on the second nurse line. But it's freezing cold outside. So we got to go out into our pods and go take care of these people. And I was like, as a compromise, we can both do it so both of us won't be out in the cold all night. So when she came onto the job, she had this nasty demeanor with her and all this other stuff, and I'm just like, God, guard my tongue, please. I had to say that out loud, cause at that point, you late, you crazy, and I'm willing to compromise despite you not being where you were supposed to be at the time you were supposed. I'm willing to compromise. I'm okay with working as long as the job get done. But I effectively communicated with her. I didn't raise my voice. I didn't curse. I got my point across, and she ended up having to come back to apologize to me about how she came off and how she's willing to compromise now and all this other stuff. So what I put into her, she won't trying to put into me. But because I put so much positivity in her without going all the way up here or going low, because the girl at my job said, see, I need to show me your ways. She said, because when they go low, I go to hell. And I said, no ma'am, I'm going to use it. But we ain't going to hell. Because I can't go down there. I can't go to that level. And I even use that with my kids. Like, yes, you're angry, you're upset. Like trying to find different words because I just don't want it to be mad, sad, bad. Let's not take out bad. Let's use something. You are something. So that way you don't feel like you're bad. And I think this pandemic has also shown me different ways to do stuff. Because at first, even though I was active, you can be present but missing. So me being, I'm a full-time worker anyways, regardless, and I want to be there. I start beating myself up too, cause I can't be there. Look, do you have all your needs met? Yes. Do you have most of your wants taken care of? Yes. I'm gonna start taking care of me, and by me taking care of me, I can help take care of you more. But go back to that. So me being able to effectively communicate actually got where we were on the same page a little bit later, because she was like, you know what, you right, this, that. Yeah. Let's come together. It don't have to be that cattiness. I was talking about the mothers and how it can be cattiness and the frustration between too much female energy. But I always want to be able to, exude my female energy. I want to feel safe. I want to feel secure. But I also want to be able to know, just because I'm a female, that don't mean I don't got needs. Right. So the hardest thing about being a female is you don't want to feel weak or be seen as weak because you need help. No, I'm gonna be up. I need help. I'm asking questions. If I don't know, the only way I can ever learn is by finding out. That's questions, whatever. Whether I'm doing it, if I get it wrong, don't just. The biggest thing with Ari right now is with her homework. We was talking about that. With her making mistakes, her idea of mistakes, and I'm looking at it like, girl, it's fine. But to her, it's a mistake, and trying not to get herself so overwhelmed that even if you make mistakes, girl, you writing in pencil, you got an eraser, baby. You can erase those mistakes right now and redo them, quote unquote, what your mistakes are, mistakes. But you got the opportunity to go forward and do what you need to do. And it might take a little bit extra time, but you pouting and doing all that other stuff, your energy you put into it is what changes it. So you positive, I got homework, I'm gonna do my homework, woo! So now I'm doing that like, oh well girl, hurry up so we can do our homework, so now we can cook together. That's what she loves to do. And if it weren't for me talking to Shan about, hey, this is what's going on, then I would have never got that concept. Hey, y'all better hurry up and clean up so we could do this. Granted, I was doing that, but then it opened my eyes kind of to be more, present with that particular concept.
Yeah, because you motivating them to do something positive, something that they want to do, as opposed to, you better come on if I beat you. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So then the motivation is, okay, I don't want no beating, so let me do this. But more than likely, they still not going to do it anyway because they're doing it out of fear. And then that's why I always say when I'm talking to people about parenting, what happens when your child doesn't fear you anymore?
Right.
That's you're using that beating, and what if they get to the age, I don't care about beatings no more, that means you can't beat them no more. And then you don't have